Alright, so I guess we're back for another one. Wonderful day of life. Isn't life just fucking great? No, it is. I mean, if you listen to the world enough, let's run some ads and then I'll get into it. This bitch, man, this crazy stalker bitch, let me tell you. No.
You have something I want.
I don't want to be hurtful. I don't want to sink to this level anymore. But it hurts me. Yeah, it hurts me. I didn't deserve this shit. I'm a big believer in the fact that we don't deserve anything in life. Let alone fair treatment, right? But that's exactly where the rubber meets the road. Is you can't be whining about being treated unfairly if you're not fair yourself. This fucking delusional idiot. I hate them so much. I hate them so fucking much. They've ruined my life so terribly. Do I help it along? Yeah, for sure. I have enabled them to get over on me on occasion. They've fucked themselves over on occasion. Anyways, the saga of Ocean Eyes continues. So, over the last year, I've talked a lot of shit, said a lot of terrible things, and I know that if I just continue on the path of saying, oh my god, what a fucking horrible, monstrous person this idiot has been, this inconsiderate child woman who complains incessantly about the situations that she puts herself in. But she's a crazy person. She's a fucking crazy person. So she finally admitted, oh, I didn't go out to Germany just to see Kevin or Jair or whatever the fuck. I went to, sorry, I don't know. Anyways, for anybody who wants to know all my fucking dirty laundry, it's been going on for like, it's been going on for a year. I met this person a year ago. They seemed nice, they seemed decent, they had a family. When you meet somebody with a family, you think, oh, stable. head on their shoulders. Oh, they've been in this situation for a decade. They must, truly know what life is worth. And they went out and got it, and good for them. They caught it by the tail. They brought it home, etc., etc. Some people are like that. Some people are like that. We should be happy for them. We should definitely be happy for anybody who chases their dreams and they do what's in their hearts and they go for it. And we shouldn't just slut shame people. And that's true. It's not nice. And I'm not. But when you're catfishing a bunch of guys and you're self-centered and you're not generous in any sense of the word, and your idea of gift is to give somebody a bunch of fucking rocks you found on the ground. I don't know. They're a crazy person. I got fucking, and I hate using that word too. I hate using that term. And I don't even know what I'm fucking doing online right now. So, let's walk through it. Let's walk through it again. February 2025. I go in a stream, meet this streamer. The only reason I ever joined their fucking stream in the first place was for ℛℯ𝒶𝓁, and they had classic rock music, and they seemed to have similar tastes, so we had shit to talk about, and that's all that was. Then I guess a month later they lost their mind because they found out their friend died, and I don't know. Ever since then, it's been a big ball, unraveling. I mean, the first thing I'm going to say about all this is I feel terrible for them. I feel terrible for everything that's transpired. I feel terrible for every ugly word we've shared. I feel terrible for thinking, I don't know. I do it to myself. So is it? Yeah, March comes up. It's their birthday. Happy birthday. That went well. I was like the only person in their stream that day. Barely know this person. I was nothing but nice to them, generous to them, as I am with most people, Wait. Let's walk that statement back. Nothing but nice. I'm not a nothing but nice person, but I was. What I don't do is I don't instigate. I don't try to go out of my way to be. I try to treat others the way I'd want to be treated. So, like, I mean, I am a bit of an asshole sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes I don't mean to be. Sometimes, you just have too much fun. But what I don't do is I don't go out of my way to embarrass others. I try to be mindful of people's feelings. I try to be accommodating, be courteous, be respectful, be tasteful, be congenial. Yeah, I'm usually a pretty easygoing person. And thus I fit in. Thus I fit into this idiot's fucking community. This nightmare person. This fucking asshole. And no, they're not an asshole because... Which is a ball of... just a ball of confusion. It's not even confusion. I don't know what it is. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways, let me reread this real quick. I guess send this email off. Try to set it off for like 7 hours. Blah 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 blah. I look for the silver lining in everything, okay? Alright, so just giving an update to my aunt about what's going on with everything in life right now. You know you'll never hear me say on stream. You know you'll never hear me say ever. Because I respect and love my aunt. It's like they're the only family member I really have. You'll never hear me talk shit about them and then turn around and ask them for something. That's the first thing. You just can't bite the hand that feeds. It's not just a catchy, Trent Reznor ditty. Anyways, this person's careless. They're just a careless person. They're just careless. They're careless about so many things in their life. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But I do. I want to hurt them. No, I do. I want to hurt them. I want to hurt them with my words, my glaring truth. And it does hurt them. And you see them shift uncomfortably.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
I see them shift uncomfortably in the light of who they are. Constant duress of having to face themselves. a whole bunch of stereotypes that haven't decayed yet, but they just I don't know. What do I want to choose? What do I want to choose? Done nothing but lie to me, led me on, used me, belittled me, slandered me, defamed me, taken things away from me that I can never get back. Everybody seems to fall there. I'm at a crossroads, and it hurts to just the line. Get some tangled emotions, get invested. Something talks about seeing that. Because you choose the good money with the bad money. I just need to get it off my chest. I need to get it off my chest. I constantly feel vindicated by their own, patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Blah blah blah. What's the enemy? Nothing. We're all random. All on our claptrap idiot of this is my life right now, presently. These are the 300 thoughts that run through my head every day for as long as I can remember presently and for as far as I can see. And I don't know how to change the record, the soundtrack in my mind, and I don't know how to send out of this situation that I have landed in, and I don't know how to just drop it all, throw the baby out with the bathwater, say fuck it and walk away. But I do. I can't do that. I just want to gloat. I want to gloat about all the things I was right about that they would never fucking admit to me. They constantly called me a liar. Every time they called me a liar, every time they brought my own validity into question, I always disproved them. They hide behind their fucking out of context snippets of shit I've said to them, and I have said horrible shit. I have said horrible shit to them because that's the kind of people we are around each other. We're not bad people. It's just, oil's good, water is good, you mix them together, they're not so good. And that's not me backpedaling, trying to save face for myself. I don't think I can be saved. I think I think there's a lot of gray in life. And I think the further you head down the path, the darker it gets. And I think that's just innocence to experience in a nutshell for everybody. And I think I don't know what to think about experience anymore. I don't know what to think about experience anymore. The more you experience in life, the more numb you become, the more crazy, the more detached, the more dissociative. It's in some cases. I mean, some people are fine with it. They can just raw dog the insanity of life and just fucking endure it. I mean, and they are resilient and they're tenacious and they come through unfettered. They go through it graciously, right? It's grace. It's floating on the wind like and heading intentionally to a destination, but it's not even your intent, it's just the fate of the world, right? So what am I rambling about? What is this whole so I guess I should just get to it. Just get to a list of things that they made me feel horrible for saying, and yet they've proven me right. So where do we begin? Where do we begin with this whole fucking thing? They lie constantly. They lie like a rug. If their tongue was notarized, I would fucking accept it from them. And yet I got people blackballing me. I want to go watch Meow stream. Meow prefers their friendship over mine. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, he can hide behind all the justifications he has, and he has them. I mean, we all have them. Yeah, you know. We all have our echo chambers, right? Like I said, there's a lot of gray. There's a lot of people in the world who think they're right about a lot of whatever, because that's the path they're on. Me, myself, I'm not really invested in anything. I think life, more or less, is just waiting to die. Sometimes I buy into the illusion of why we're here. Most times I try not to. I like to make people smile. Not for validation, more for that feeling like when I smile, it's because it feels good. Seeing other people smile makes me feel good because I know that they feel good. And that's, I think that's something rare and fleeting in this world. And if you have a way to make somebody smile and you can, then, and I just, and it's good for both parties, then you should, right? I feel like I'm on trial. I feel like I'm still on trial. I feel like I'm the bad guy here. And the only reason I feel like I'm the bad guy here is because they lied about me. They lied about me constantly to their inner circle. Which led to an outer circle ostracizing me, which led to a respect of me fighting with all sorts of people I don't know. Taking up all sorts of shit on people I don't know. That I don't even want to know. I'm sure they're beautiful people. I mean, everybody's got good and bad to them, right? Everybody has good and bad to them. So it's the long and short of it. Why am I rambling? What am I trying to get off my chest here? Because I've been pretty contented the last month, just not talking about any of it. Months? It hasn't even been a month. It's been maybe... Oh, fuck's sakes. Two, 3 weeks of just being submissive to the situation. Actually wanting to forgive, forget, and just hold this person. So it's like you're in bed, you wake up, half awake, the alarm's going off, and all you want to do is stay in bed because it's easy, it's comfortable, it's warm. It might not be the nicest bed, it's your bed though. I mean, from the slums to the penthouse, everybody who has a bed, who has the fortune of knowing what a bed is and how just comfortable it is, just, yeah, the springs are poking through, they're cutting me, but this is bliss. And that's life, that's 90% of life in a nutshell, is humans, instinctively have a predilection of veering towards the path of least resistance, of striving for a metastasis, a static state, an imitation of life. We all want to be, taxidermists, art on display in the most glorious, state of exuberant bliss that we've experienced, summarily in all of our existence, right? I mean, that's essentially what we strive for. It's Groundhog Day. We strive for. We realize we have 24 hours in a day. The timer starts, and we've got to make that the best day ever. And the illusion is that the day changes because every day is the same. Every day is the same. We wake up and we go to sleep. And we have only so much time between waking and sleeping. And so if we organize it and we do it just right and efficiently, and we make the most of our time, then theoretically we should be able to have the best day ever every day intentionally, because that's what we've striven for our entire lives, of building a habit, a routine of habits that serve us. I mean, that's one way to look at it, right? That's one thing to chase in life. That's one path you can walk down. So you have your bad, and you say, no, I don't want to wake up. I'm not ready to wake up. I just want to lie here. And that's me. That's me right now in this relationship. It's not a relationship. It is and it isn't. It's complicated. They won't be honest about anything. Everything's so convoluted, twisted, and just lost in the undertow in it, and none of it matters. But it matters to me. There's so many ugly things I want to say. And it's not because it hurts. I'm so numb to all of it. And still there's an anger that burns in me. I feel cheated. I feel overlooked. I feel disrespected. I feel like I owe somebody a receipt here. I feel myself smoldering, searing. I feel like they're laughing in my face. And all it would take is just reaching over that table and punching them right, just fucking one right in the nose, just popping them. And then this blossom with blood. And then they'll cry for themselves like they always do. But it won't be satisfying for me. It won't take back all the shit I've gone through. So for 6 months on and off, just circling this person, chasing them, hoping against hope. But I think all hope is dead at this point. There's just no hope for any of this. And if you leave it be, there's hope because it's in stasis. It's on its cryogenic legs of life. It's frozen away. It's non-existing because you're not interacting with it, and so that's the best you can hope for. Is if I don't fuck this up and don't engage with this, then maybe it'll nurture itself back to health somehow, like a fucking house plant that you just don't know how to take care of. And that's most things in life, is people just don't have solutions for anything, and we just fuck most things up. We're not great. Often what we think is the solution to the problem just leads to us finding 3 new different flavors of worms that we enjoy, and it just leads to more and more, and it's just like a domino effect. It's a ripple effect. You're trying to gather all the water back in to the void of throwing that stone, right? The stone left a void, created the ripples. You want to bring all the ripples back to where the stone landed. You want everything to be perfect, and you can't. You just can't. And every step you take into the future is a step you just can't take back. And this fucking idiot. Oh, I'm so happy with my sparkly water. Oh, I'm so happy with my glasses. Ooh. And they just ramble and prattle on about fucking nothing. And there's some beauty in that. There's some poetry in that. There's some love to be seen there. To see somebody who's comfortable in being themselves. That's like ideally as a society, that's what we strive for, is that we are striving to put enough pool noodles and padding on the hard walls of our prison that we can just make a nice rubber room. It's a safe world for everybody, and we all just get the fucking space the fuck out. I mean, like, I think that's the vision, right? Is creating a foolproof machine where everybody's taken care of, and we just live to the absolute hilt of our heart's desire, and we can chase the biggest clouds up the tallest mountains, etc., etc. Just, you know, what am I doing here? So where am I going with this? So she lies. She lies like a fucking rug.
Go on.
And, you know, the great thing about a liar is you can tell someone is a foolish, lying idiot just through the inconsistencies in their stories over time. Like the story about the mentally challenged DoorDash driver she decided to take advantage of. The story went from, oh my god, this guy is so hot, but he's a virgin, and I'm kind of into it, and I want to bang him too. I broke it off because he's a virgin, and I didn't feel right about doing that. And just like, and she's 40, and I don't know. I don't. What do you think? There's just like a flower there that, oh, this person's also 40, and you're just gonna, oh, I'm gonna be gracious today. I'm not gonna be selfish, Ashley. Again, it's cognitive dissonance, and they're so used to lying and so uncomfortable with what I'm doing with this whole exercise of analyzing them, and they can't help but watch me talk about them because they're narcissistic. So they're going to come in here and they're going to watch this, and they're going to say, oh wow, I'm going to cry now because he called me this, he called me that, and that's just all I do is I cry. Because anytime somebody gives you a solution to the problem, it's, you know, the hardest problems in life, what do I want to say with all this? First of all, it's very fucking childish to go around calling everybody incel just because you learned a new word that you don't understand the meaning of. Good job. And then call yourself a writer when you don't understand the meanings of a lot of rudimentary words like what's the oh god, it came up not even that long ago. Their friend was like, oh, I'm really sick and I have this thing, and then their response is like, oh, that's terrible, okay, so moving on. And you know, that's fine. Everybody deals, we're not all the best supportive people, and empathy is hard, and sympathy is harder in some instances. I don't know which is harder. Is it harder to empathize with somebody or sympathize with somebody? I mean, sympathy itself seems like a pretty useless thing to give someone. It's like, oh, you know, I feel really bad for you guys. Anyways. Whereas in empathy, it's like, I've been there, sort of. I can sort of see where you're coming from, and I feel bad for you guys. And I don't know, just all these feelings that don't help. Am I broken? I'm not broken. I'm not broken. You know, in order to be broken, I think you would first need to be solid, and you'd have to have your shit together. And I don't think her or I can be broken because we just don't have it together. But we definitely throw mud at each other from the pig pen of mud in which where we reside. So we're just pleb people throwing dirty pleb rocks at each other. And I'm the coward. Apparently, I'm the coward in the situation. Don't know if you all know this. I'm the coward. I'm the coward for calling a spade from the start. I'm the coward. I'm not the coward. I'm the coward. They're the coward because they showed me the tits. They didn't want anybody else knowing that they're showing their tits to everybody. I guess they don't. It's a big secret, right? And you don't want that getting out, and you feel a certain way. And okay, it's not slutty or whorish to go and chase your lesser urges, right? Is that what a demiurge is? My brain's just fucking ADHD as fuck right now. I should be sleeping. Should be sleeping, and I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't pretend to know anything. All I know is I tried to man, I'm just trying to stay on the rails. I think most of us are. I'm just trying to keep together, trying to find the star that lines up with where you need to go in this uncharted sea of inanity, and we're all lost in life. And I'm angry because they would call me crazy, and they would say I'm a stalker, and they would say I'm obsessed, and they would call me out on all these things and label me as all these things, and I would just blow it all down, and I'd say, look, I'm not. And if I'm this, then you're this because of this. And my behavior in our dynamic is allowed because you were permitted to do this. And it's just been a slippery slope of them wanting double standards for themselves. They think they're a princess. When they tell their crazy stories about soothsayers, one of their favorite stories to tell is some random fucking mentally ill person who is really into tarot and talks about having dreams of going into the ascended realms and meeting with it's insane. It's fucking insane. So anyways, they tell these stories about, oh, I want to fuck the invisible audience. He looks like, Ⅎ𝒛 crackhead, fucking he's got so many problems, and I just want to fuck him. That's all she goes on. That's her in a nutshell. And I'm not that person. I'm more compartmentalized than that as a person. I have a really hard time of objectifying anyone. I don't like to go out on the street and just say, oh, that's a 10, that's a 9, that's a 7, I want to fuck that. I don't know. I don't know how people operate like that. I was talking about cleavage with a friend the other day, and all these women, they flaunt their cleavage on Twitch for money, and I don't think of that at all. But I guess some people do. I guess a lot of people do. Right? A lot of people buy with their eyes. That's why when you go to fucking 7-Eleven, you get a sandwich, and it looks pretty good, and then you open it up, it's nothing but bread, and everything's folded, and the toppings are only in half the sandwich, and half of it's just fucking bread, right? So yeah, there's a lot of people who are visual, gooner-brained, basic troglodyte, fucking... They're just always gonna want to fuck everything all the time because that's how they live for. It's fine. And everybody's got their like idea of what life is or what we're here for. Fine. And like I said, shop around. It's a great world. You want to go fuck everybody you come across, that's your prerogative. Then some people are greedy. Some people are like, I want to fuck 2 guys all the time, every day for the rest of my life, and just switch them out all the time. And that's the person I think she is. But she's afraid to admitting them wanting to be. But she'll like talk to me in confidence, like privately, and it's inanity. It's craziness. It's fucking craziness. It's cognitively dissonant life. She leads multiple lives. She's this person to one person, and this person to another person, and this person to the third person, and all the people that she is to these 3 people are all different people. She lives in constant fear of, oh, if my son, my stupid 14-year-old son who hasn't fucking done anything in life, doesn't validate me, and I don't know, she just lets him walk all over him. But apparently, you know, that was the thing. Well, my son saw these messages between us, so now we can't talk openly or be open about anything. You can't be seen by anyone, and that was a weird thing. And then she's got all these hang-ups. What do I want to say in all this? What do I want to say in all this? Where's the frustration? What am I trying to vent here? Because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help to run their nose through all the shit that they put me through and say, yeah, you want to rub my nose in something in your shit and then fucking rub your nose in your own shit, you fucking bitch. Right? That doesn't help. And yeah, they've been doing that. But they also don't realize they're going through like a midlife crisis, and they're flying out to fucking Germany to get, because they think they're in love with some person they've never met, because their life is very small and this kind of person they are. And the person who died, their friend who died shortly after I met them, was some. I don't know what to think. I just gotta walk away. I gotta walk away from it. Parting blows. I want parting blows here. I don't know. This isn't gonna end well. I'll tell you where this is gonna end. This is gonna end with like I'll try to keep intact the friendships I've gathered here. But the way I see this ending is I'm going to be off Twitch. In about 3 months' time, this account is going to be derelict. I've invested $500+ into this account because I'm an idiot who throws money around for no good reason. I just throw money around. And I can live with that loss. It's not the first time I've done that. You go down to the local bar and you buy some barley pops and you pop some money in the jukebox and you have a good time. You order some garlic bread. Money's easy come, easy go. Right? That's all Twitch is. It's the bar for me. I don't go to the bar. I go to Twitch. I waste my money on even crazier, stupider things. Than getting drunk and fucked up. And maybe that's what I should. It would have been so much simpler if I just got into drugs and drinking. So, I don't know. What am I trying to express here? I don't think I can exist on Twitch with them around. The grim stench of death, this narcissistic crazy person circling around me, telling everybody, talking to everybody who listens, all the shit. Have I named them once? I've named them multiple times, multiple ways, for sure. But it's not like I go out of my way to grab somebody by their shoulders and say, listen to me, and listen to me closely. You see this woman over there? This woman? She's catfishing everybody. Her name is this, and you should block her from your server. Because I don't have that in me. I don't have that in me to do that to somebody. I'm not going to tear them down. Because no matter how sure I am of the wrongs that they've done me, at the same time, I don't see people as that. I don't see them as a sum total of their behaviors. Rather, I see the behaviors as impulses and byproducts of habits that have been created from the path that they've wandered down. I think everybody innately at the core, their being is a good person. I think we're all good people, just trying to do our best. Just get through the day to day. I don't think, like, even bad people, like arguably bad people, it's like these dickheads in the fucking gamer lobbies who want to, just be assholes to others and tear each other down, just have ugly words. I don't think those are bad people. I feel bad. I actually sympathize for those people because they're stuck in this. Like I said, we're all on a loop of about 300 thoughts that define us at any given moment for the present moment, and as far as we can see, and as far as we can see where we've come from in the present moment. So I feel bad for people like that because they're living those 300 thoughts of hell, and that's their cross to bear. It's like, yeah, okay, they think they're the greatest person in the world, but they still can't find their way out of it. And I think a lot of us have been there. It's like, if not all of us were like, I don't deserve this, I deserve better than this. Why am I not getting better than this? I work hard, the work doesn't pay off. Yeah, it's funny. Work doesn't have like a 1-to-1 return ratio. A lot of things in life don't. One of the few things in life that you will get what you put in back is nutrition, exercise, investing in yourself and having that discipline, routine, habit. That pays dividends. And it pays to start young with that. Because you can't be lazy if you spend your entire life just developing healthy habits that you can fall into easily. So where am I going with this? Why do I think they are ℚ𝓂? It's not because they're Polish. I don't know. There's a lot to unpack here. Let's get into the Anthony thing. So they want to stay with their ex-husband because they think having a man in the lives of their daughters will make sure that their daughters don't hoe around. But that's the flawed logic of not having a dad. That's illogical. That's circular logic. You're saying, oh, okay, so now I've got this placeholder, Anthony, who also never really had a dad, who's worth their salt. And because this person exists, now my daughters will have a male role model they can model themselves after, and they won't go hoeing around because they have a dad. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And I get that you don't have kids when you're fucking 20, unless generally it's either the biggest, stupidest mistake you ever made, and then you're like, well, no, but it's not. Okay, let's walk that back. I'm not saying having kids that is the biggest, stupidest mistake you made, and I'm not saying having kids at 20 is that. I'm saying that. Oh. Okay, there's people in this world who have their life set up. Double income, they know what they're doing for career paths, they're in it. They they have cycling clubs, chess clubs, they have circles, they have a sense of hierarchy, place, establishment. They are, the Heathers, right? The cream of the crop. Some people are mean girls, and some people are just bros, right? And yep. I don't want to talk with anybody. I just want to yap. I don't want to talk with anybody. I just want to yap. I just want to hear myself yap. This isn't a conversation. It's just me venting. It's me venting so they hear it, and then they go off, and then they feel shitty. And that's probably not the greatest reason to about something, is it? No, because you're not getting it. What you're not getting is that they never felt shitty enough to fix their fucking behavior of how they treat people. And if you push them enough, they'll either fix it or they'll just break and won't exist. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? They'll break and have to be a different person, one way or another, right? And how does that fix me? I'm not the person who goes out trying to change the world. If anything, I'm one of the few people who don't want to leave my fingerprints in this fucking hell-forsaken shithole. I am grateful to be here. I am grateful for how amazing life has been, how easy it has been, and I have no right to be here. And I'll be the first to tell you that. I don't value myself. I really don't. And it's not because I don't see, things in there to value. And, any butcher worth their weight's gonna find, use for the meat that they have on hand. You add spices to it, spice the fuck out of it, it's delicious. You open up a spoon and fork, all you can restaurant, and you just buy the cheapest cuts of meat, and everybody's happy, right? Because you're making chicken salad out of chicken shit, but it's like delicious. You're fucking, you got the philosopher's stone, right? You're fixing it up. So you work with what you have to work with, and that's most people in a nutshell. Is we wouldn't be this far as a society if we were, wasteful, if we weren't mindful, if we weren't constantly minding each other and keeping each other on the straight and narrow, etc. So when I say I don't really care about myself and I don't really see it's not shouldn't be a red flag. It's just that all of this, it's all just white noise. It's all just white noise. It's all just tears. It's all just meaningless. It's no matter what I do. As the best or not, it's all more than likely just a flash in the pan, and if there's ever any greatness in your life that transcends your life, then it's few and far between, and it's rare, and you would probably already recognize it for what it was, and you would already be on your path to being there. And I'm not that person. I've never been that person. If anything, I realized when I was young is if there's a God, if there's some master plan, and there's a point A and a point B, and it doesn't matter what you do, it's already been written in stone, and there's the book of the living, the book of the dead, then what's the fucking point of trying? It's already set out for you. And it would be foolish to claw the obelisk and beg for anything more out of it. You can't get blood from a stone, right? So a long time ago, I accepted that. At 0, I'm just waiting for the bus that takes me out of here. You know, that's all life is, just waiting to die. There's a lot of cool shit in between that you can add on top of that. But at the base, we're born alone, we die alone. The existence is miserable. We've got a lot of great distractions from it. We don't think about like the worst parts of life for the most part. And if you are living some sort of barbaric, psychotic Jeffrey Dahmer nightmare, then it's not because you were forced into it through like war circumstances. You know what I mean? It's like that shit found you through something other than how horrifying nature can be. And we're not dying in the woods to dysentery anymore. I guess is what I'm trying to say is that. So I'm not ungrateful. If anything, I have more than I ever dreamed I would have. I have more than I need, more than I want. I don't want anything. Part of me just wants to, like, if there wasn't paperwork attached to, like, democracy, if I didn't need a birth certificate or a passport or identification, there's a big part of me that would just walk away from everything I own. Right now, I would just walk out the door and I would just start my new life living on the beach. I'd start walking south, head down, Seattle way, Portland, get the fuck past Sacramento and San Francisco, what a fucking shithole that place is. Keep moving south, head down to fucking San Diego. Get away from all the shitheads at Redondo. It's fucking long to get sucked into the end of fucking LA. No, I'm going down to fucking Tijuana, man. I don't care if I get shot. See, that's the thing that is. I'm gonna die eventually anyway, so I'm gonna fucking die. I always wanted to be shot. So it'd be an experience that. But, you don't want to make life overly painful or strenuous, so maybe living outside would be the best idea. Maybe I don't know. But I don't see this anymore. 3 months what I see this ending up being is on Twitch. I'm just gonna steal their name. Because that's what they did to me. And it's gonna hurt them. Because it's a name that they've used their entire lives for everything they own. And that's kind of what started this entire thing in the first place. So I met this person last February. I didn't meet them as a person, I made their acquaintance. It all began. That's where it all began. The Exodus is bullshit. Exodus? Prologue. Prologue. Epilogue? The Exodus, the end. Genesis. The Genesis. So yeah. Every relationship you like pretty much has a beginning, right? And it's always unassuming. Which is why I need to get into journaling, because I don't know, I think there's so much squandered, just not, reflecting the day to day. My friend Porphyrios, he constantly journals. His apartment is just a bookshelf. He just reads, and I miss him. Just hanging out with that guy. And I need to get back to doing that. I just need to get back to being happy with a bunch of books. Sitting there reading. I need to have conversations with people. There's so much time wasted just talking to people about nothing. What the fuck are you guys doing if you're sitting here listening to me? What are you doing with your lives? Don't listen to me. Don't. I give up all my friends because that's what people do. They just cluster each other like these asteroids, and then they drag each other down, and then sometimes they elevate each other, but it all comes down to intention, where you want, intend to do, etc., where you're going, and most of us are inclined to stay in bed, like I said. So we're inclined to just go with what's comfortable. And what's comfortable doesn't always yield what's satisfying. Seldom it does.
Hello, but I'm not sorry.
Some without hard work, it's not worth it. I guess what I need to do, it's been how long have I running this shit? What have I missed in chat? And what am I doing? Because I'm not playing the game. Let's see. Hey, we're on an ad break. Very nice. That was cool. Oh, Mr. Duran's here. Yeah. Hi, Mr. Duran. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so going back in chat. First time chatter, you girls. Ziggy, who are you talking about? Oh. Okay, keep talking. I'm listening. Okay. Why is this so long? I'm sorry. Your girl, Ziggy. Following 16 hours ago, count created 2022. Sorry, Ziggy. Yeah, no, this isn't the typical format at all. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Slapping stream sticker, cry a little bit, cheers. Mr. Julian comes in. I like water, thank you very much. What's the rant about? I want it too. Not been broken, I've been a little old, but okay, so Mr. Duran is also spiraling. We're all in our spirals right now. Not a real person. It's Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy. Sex and Candy is playing 11 o'clock. We are. What's the total runtime right now on this? Because I haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what I'm trying to realize here. We are an hour in. It is 11 o'clock, and I am going to myself. And so, this child. She is a child. Mentally. I mean, because like I said, we strive for metastasis. So like, sometimes, the sum of life, I think in experience of, instance experience from being a child to going into an adult, I think most of us walk through the idea of a template. The typical, you go to first you graduate, you get the career, you find the person, you find the house, etc., etc., etc. There's an order to things, right? There's like a build up, and I feel like most of us are. We feel like we're on the path of that's the subscribed, intended path for most people. You see it in like every rom-com American movie. Oh yeah, I'm surrounded by my friends, I'm surrounded by family, I am living a life, people are having interactions. Oh, that person's quirky, that's their quirk, we remember them for those quirks, okay, but we're the main characters. Anyways, what am I getting into? So I feel like the pitfall of that is that you have the house, you have the kids, you have all the boxes checked. Right, you get there. And then of course, you hit the talking heads moment as the days go by. This is not my beautiful house, and this is not my beautiful wife. And how did I get here? Alright, so how did I get here? And that's what a midlife crisis is, right? Is like you finally hit the wall because you've run for 30, 40 years nonstop like an animal. And you finally say, wait, where am I running to? I got all this stuff, and it's pretty great. Like, some of us are really on it. Very few of us are really on it and know exactly the trajectory of point A to point B to point C. I don't know, like, people who follow a path of success, if they knew, beforehand that sort of was going to lead, or if they just got lucky, right? That's also the question. It's like where the tipping point is. This childish idiot person. Anyways, I got entangled with this. What am I going on about? What am I rambling about right now? I am rambling about what a horrible, horrible person they are. So they left me. They left me in June. There's nothing wrong with leaving somebody, but have reasons. Don't be like, this was fine, but I'm bored now, and I need to go play the field of dicks and just, fucking guy after guy after guy after guy, or girl after girl. It's just, I think in life is not fair. We're all entitled to our decisions, right? So what am I coping with here? It's not even the rejection, right? Because we deal with rejection. I think it's the idea of feeling less than. I hate feeling inferior to somebody who's already letting themselves be a doormat to other people who are just fucking idiots. So anyway, she thinks she can come back from Germany and go back into her life, but she's not. If she learned anything and paid attention and her brain wasn't just, her memory wasn't shit, she would realize that the last time she went away from home and then came back, her ex, who she foolishly left the keys to, and I'm sure she did it again, she returned home to find that he had put rotting eggs in her bedroom and did all this weird shit because he's a weird, sad, pathetic person who doesn't buy Christmas presents for his own fucking children. And he's not a real man. And I hate him for all he is because he's a lazy, ineffectual fucking. He's a punk. He's a fucking punk. He's a buster. He's a punk. He's got no balls. He doesn't take care of his mom. His mom takes care of him. Yeah, he's mama's boy. So, anyways. She's all fucked up in the head, and I don't even know where to begin with any of this mess. So she took off to Germany, and since she has no balls and she's a fucking coward, she had to go out of her way and tell people that it's vacation. I'm gonna go to the zoo, I'm gonna go to the garden, I'm gonna get a pretzel, I'm gonna eat a schnitzel, I'm gonna have a beer. Even though I don't like beer, there's zoos in America. Everybody's seen a garden. The Tier Garden's not really that amazing. I mean, we have botanical gardens all over the world that would rival that shit now anyway. That shit's old. It's fine. It's beautiful, right? But there's also Central Park. You know, it's like there's things domestically that she could have done. But no, I need to spend $1,800 going over to a country where I don't even know the language, let alone my own language. And I'm gonna go. She's a crazy person. And then so for weeks she's like, and you make this video of the girl standing on the platform at a train station, and it's just weird shit with her like this all the time. Oh, but the girl's devastatingly blonde and doing something I would do. She's eating a burrito. Oh, I can picture myself as that girl. And it's like she constantly has this like obsession with like this devastating like blonde Polish girl that she'll never be. And what am I picking at here? What am I getting to? What is this? I didn't even know she was Polish, but I knew. I did know. I knew and I didn't know. It's funny. It's funny the things that come out over time. And you ask and you say, hey, are you this? Or you bring it up and then they just overlook it. Moving on. Next question. I fucking knew it. I'm not gonna get into any of that. I'm not gonna get into any of that. Not gonna get into how batshit insane it is to go over to Germany to fuck one guy and then to say, I think I'm in love. I don't think I would ever travel across the world to Germany. I knew a girl I connected very well with in New Zealand. You see me going to fucking New Zealand to hook up? That's crazy. If you felt like you couldn't live another day for the rest of your life without being with this person, that would be understandable. And if you're striving for monogamous relationships with somebody, then that should probably be the goal, right? To be by their side, to spend every day with them, to do your best, to spend as much time together, and to, go over each other's notes at the end of the day and try and make sense of the experience of everything you've gone through. Because, like, at the end of the day, right, there's always that lamentation from people at the top, like Anthony Bourdain, who said, no matter how great life is for me, I just can't share this with anybody. There's just nobody who's walking this path. It's very lonely. No, boo fucking who. Go cry yourself to sleep in your beautiful vineyard with your in your wine cellar of your vineyard. No, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's like comfortably numb, right? It's like it's all tears in the rain. It's like you can eat steak and eggs for breakfast every day. You can have steak and French onion soup and baked potatoes and onion rings every night. But after doing that for 1, 2, 3 years, lobster dinners all the time, that's just life. That just becomes the new normal. And then you're like, maybe I want to go for like a dirty, cheap ass McDonald's cheeseburger because I'm just so used to decadence. So what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say? Life has been tasted. Yes, life has been tasted. It's very exciting for her. It's her first time leaving. Well, in the last year, it's been her first time like leaving her state. I think no, she's been on a couple. It's the first time leaving the country though. That's good. Very exciting stuff. Yes, what a milestone. Wow. Went and checked out some different soil. Yeah, if I was going to go on a vacation, I would go to fucking Germany. I would go to fucking Argentina. That's where I'd go. I'd go to fucking Brazil. I'd go to fucking Mexico. I'd go to somewhere that has lagoons and caves and beaches. It's like, well, what's your next trip gonna be? Why don't you just go to fucking Switzerland and tour the banking system? That sounds exciting, right? So she's like, when you go to Germany and you see a zoo. Zoos are the most depressing places in the world. Even the fucking animals don't want to be there. If animals are fascinating to you, your zoos are great. But at the same time, they're heartless. You might as well be pithing mice and cutting the fucking sensory cords on them and experimenting with them, because that's what a zoo is. Just a bigger version of that, right? So, all this and that. When January 13th, was it January 13th? January 13th hit, right? Morning I woke up, as far as I knew, I was in a relationship with somebody, because I was openly talking with them about our future. I felt there was love there. We had pet names. There was dog. There's dog. To tell you no home. There's dog. No, there's no dog. But, and then, yeah, with everything, right? There's give and take. Sometimes you need space, right? As much as you love somebody and you want to be around them all the time, there's also times where you need space. You need to air out the person you are. You need to stretch your legs. You need to have your own time in your own zone. And we just never find our balance. We just never get it. She's too fucking attention whoring. Hey guys, what are you watching in here? Hey guys, you watching this thing? Why don't you talk to me? Hey guys. It's vacuousness. It's like no matter how much you could give this person, if you filled their belly with gold, they would ask for the belly to be filled with gold. You know what I mean? It's just like, so I poured myself into that vacuousness, idiocy. This fucking person who decided to have 4 kids before they've never had a real job in their life. The best they ever did for themselves is they worked at Costco for a blink. They worked at Wells Fargo as a bank teller for a minute. That was for less than a year. They definitely were with that opportunity. And then they gloss over things all the time. And I just hate them. I never seen them. And there's nothing more I wish for than to be able to go back like a year and just reclaim every little piece of the illusion that fractured and put it all back together, and to exist back then in the naivete of believing this could be anything more than hell. And there's no satisfaction in realizing she's a crazy person. There's no satisfaction in any of this. It's all horrible. And there's no satisfaction in outing her as a liar and pointing out all the blatant ways she's lied to herself and to others, and it doesn't change. And objectively, humans are not good at being objective. I hate that for us. I hate that because this person makes you feel this way. I hate her for that so much. Selfish. It's selfish. Like gatekeeping your spaces. That was my favorite coffee house, and so since we're just not on good terms, I don't want to see you here anymore. Yeah, well, I would go drink coffee there anyway. We're gonna be miserable. And it's like that kind of childish shit we're doing now. We can't cohabitate in any space at all. And it's because of them. It's because they set that precedent. Like I said, they lied about me. They lie about me. Their inner circle is probably just a bunch of toxic fucking boomers who just hang up their tits or whatever. I don't know. And then there's also this part of them that's completely naive and innocent, and they just haven't tasted life, but at the same time, they want to be so fucking... I mean, their mom was probably stupid. Their mom was stupid enough to bring them to bars as a kid, so they think they know life because they can talk a big game and they can front. But they don't know fucking shit. And so they wasted all this money going out to Germany, and they're probably going to jail for it, because they don't have that money. And there's no man in their life that's giving them that money, and they don't work a job. They work fucking 12 hours a week at most, and that's when they show up. And food stamps don't pay for a fucking trip to Germany. And so what I'm assuming is they probably took out a credit card. Because the story gets better. Not only did they go to Germany, they're supposed to be back by now. And because they were a child and a crazy person, they, air quotes, forgot something important. And I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that one bit. I think they're, like I said, midlife crisis. I think they wanted another week of vacation because they finally had a taste of what a real vacation is. They finally tasted a life outside of their own. And they don't want to go back to that fucking closeted shithole life. So what did they do? They decided to miss their plane. Oh, there's strikes. Oh, I forgot something. Callie's missing. And I hope Callie's okay. I feel bad for that. I love those cats. But, so yeah. So they missed their flight. So they left their husband, their ex-husband, holding the bag, looking after, the kids that should be both their responsibilities. But at the same time, they let their ex walk all over them. He doesn't buy clothes, he doesn't buy food, he doesn't buy nothing. He's a babysitter. At this point, he's a glorified babysitter. He's just there as a placeholder so that she can have some relief and is completely out of her fucking mind, being surrounded by 4 kids who drive her crazy all day. She hates her kids. Oh, my miserable, stupid brat daughter broke my fucking headphones. Oh, my miserable, stupid brat daughter fucking assaulted me from behind. Oh, but I'm not going to get therapy for them because their parents are divorcing, and she just has all these reasons. Like, you can come up for excuses on what, why not to do things right, but she has excuses for, she excuses everything just because she's lazy. She don't want to admit it. I mean, she'll sweep the floor every single day. Hardwood floors, right? They never get clean. They never get clean. Your whole house never gets clean. The fucking garage is cluttered to shit. But yeah, you know, you're on vacation. Let's go. Let's get away from the fucking dumpster fire we kill ourselves. Let's fucking just go chill out in Germany. Let's go to Baja. Chill. What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? Oh my god. So it's a blessing, it's a godsend, but at the same time, it's like with people, everybody's unique, so you're never gonna find the same person twice. So when you find something you really like about somebody and you want to commit to that and be with that person, it's hard to walk away from that. But you know, yeah, she's been looking at this whole like exciting fantasy that she plays out for her streamer audience, that she's like in hiding and every man in her life is horrible to her and she's in nothing but abusive relationships and she's a victim no matter where she goes, and she foolishly just arrogantly talks shit about everybody like she is a queen, and she's the queen of nothing. Queen of shit. She's the queen of shit is what she is. She's the most expensive thing she owns is an air fryer I bought her. Besides her, like, what the fuck, Tiffany glasses? Where are the Tiffany glasses? The Tiffany glasses are like $400. The first man she married was a fat fucking oaf who proposed to her in the parking lot of a steak restaurant. Not even a fancy one, and all the kids were there. And he said, "Oh, I absolutely couldn't wait." And yeah, that's endearing and cute if it didn't end up the way it was going to end up 10 years, you know, deep, where, oh, they're both just impatient, petulant, childish, idiotic people. And that everybody else has to fucking carry that shit for them. Oh, I can't take care of my kids. I don't got no money to feed them. So anyway, she was stupid with her money or food stamps or whatever. And complained about not having coffee in the house, and I got groceries for them. And I took care of them. And when things started welling, started drying up, they were up. They're up. Off to the next one. Wouldn't that be? That must be so exciting. Just not be invested in everything, in anything, and then just to say, well, these are my children's, my blood, so yeah, that's all I need in life. That's my investment. It's like, there's no depth to anything she does. She collects garbage and then paints on it and then calls it art. And then she gets ringworm and wonder why she has ringworm. It's like, well, stop collecting trash. It's constantly pulling things out of the trash and bringing them home and hoarding them. And her walls are covered in this terrible art. It's not good. I mean, it is what it is. Art is art, right? Art is art. It's a unique expression of self. So to try and say that it's shit is like, it's foolish. It's like, I guess some people are shit, right? Because some people do have shitty, selfish, booger behaviors, like fucking Anthony, where he would never clean the house for anyone. So that brings me back to the thing. It's like, last time she went away, and she'll say, "Oh, I was never your girlfriend," but we were in talks. How do you talk to somebody every day intimately about multiple things in their life for months on end, and then just not consider that a relationship? How do you literally spend days and days together? And I get it, semantics. She's just doing it to be controlling, obsessive, compulsive, dominating. Like she always is. Like she always fucking is. And then, of course, she's, not all that attentive, or she's ignorant to a great deal of things, so she doesn't always realize when people are laughing at her, not with her. So she doesn't realize, like she's a lolcow for so many reasons. Like she's being farmed for entertainment. People are just watching her kick her way down the slip and slide of shit, and they're pissing themselves because she does it to herself. And that's not a nice thing to think about, is it? It's not a nice thing to think that, every person you engage with in your life only engages you because we're all the majority of us are self-centered. You want to know the easiest way to make a friend? Take interest in them. Show interest in their world. Fucking just put yourself aside for all the time ever. And be fully devoted and invested in what they're doing. And most people just continue what they're doing. You do that. You ride on the shoulder. And most people are in themselves. So when you're interested in them and they get to tell you about their interests, then all of a sudden everybody's on board. Hey, this person's learning from me. This is my Padawan. So there's no secrets like ingratiation or forming ties and with any successful, friendship or relationship. 90% of it is just showing up. You don't flake out, you show up, you just show up. You don't have to put anything in, you just show up. It's for the birds. It's for the birds. I'm not a big community person. I've seen people cheer. I've had to endure people using the word awesome multiple times for days on end, where in situations that didn't inspire awe, because they're just a bunch of fucking lizard brain monkeys who are just, shiny. Got lots of shinies. Anyway, she came by my stream begging for things from me. Not sexual things. It wasn't anything like that. It was more just asking for shit. Asking for things they're not entitled to asking for. They left me high and dry. They told me they were going to try and break me. They went and selfishly, I don't know. So with the DoorDash driver that they, I don't know. He didn't have a real job. He didn't have a home. He was homeless. He's couch surfing. I mean, if you live with your parents, you're homeless. You're couch surfing after a certain age, right? I mean, unless you're actually saving money, unless you are actually on a path to finding a higher self. Unless you're on the path to actualization, you're homeless. You're a couch surfer. You're taking up space. And I'm not trying to. Everybody's got a low enough opinion of themselves already. I'm not trying to shit on those people and say that they're worth anything less because of it. I mean, I moved out at 16. I moved out at 16 because my family was shit. My family never wanted to take care of me. My family never wanted me. I mean, my mom wanted kids, but she just wanted me. My mom was a weird person who just wanted to do photo shoots all the time. wanted everybody to like her, and she'd sleep around with everybody. None of that made her a bad person. What made her a bad person was when she couldn't admit when she was wrong, or at least apologize for hurting others. And because apologizing for any wrongdoing would be too much of a blow to her ego and too diminishing to her as a person for her to still stand after that. My mom never, I don't think ever, to the day she dies, will ever admit when she's wrong about anything. And through, that's a true narcissist. And she will beg, and she will barter, and she will go to anybody who listens with her story, a series of events that suits her and puts her in the best light possible. Because it's, it's just what she does. She's incapable of being honest with herself. It's not even a lack of self-awareness. It might be, but it's so much deeper than that. It's something psychological. And so I guess I'm attracted to that. I don't know. Just because that's what I've done to this idiot, and I can't walk away from this idiot, and I'm still rambling about them. It's fucking... So like I said, it's a slippery slope, a lot of double standards, a lot of do as I say, not as I do type shit from her. Where did things start falling apart? Right? So things are going smoothly. It's weird. I met this person through Twitch, hanging out. We're not even talking in DMs, really. Everything we're doing is in stream. We're just talking in stream, just hanging out in the stream. Just hang out with people. They go through a lot in their life. Husband wants to leave them. Baby factory just got shut down, so maybe they feel like less of a woman. They've just had their last baby. Bodies are changing. They're never going to be able to go back to who they were. Yada yada yada. Friend dies. And just, it's not that I'm not emotionally invested. It's just that you walk yourself through the scenario so many times that it just becomes exactly what it is. It's like walking through your living room. And like, I'm sure you, at one point or another, everything in your living room or whatever room you're picturing, it has value or sentimentality. Oh, I got this stuffed moose that looks so silly. It's like, or whatever thing it is. And so, sorry, just give me a minute. Because like I said, it is emotional. And it's like it's walking through your favorite room in whatever house your life you lived in that was your most favorite, right? And you've been in that room hundreds of times. It's just a room. But if you look at every little nuance in that room, there's something in there. Like if you did it right, every piece in that room holds a memory of something that is near and dear to you. But it's just a room. It's just where you fall asleep. It's just where you watch your stories. It's just where you eat your food. It's just whatever you do in that room, right? It's just a room. And so when you walk through these memories, that's all it is now. It's just a room. Just walking through the empty condos where I used to live. You know? So where do I come in? Where does this all go? Yes, we're becoming friends. We are friends. We were friends. I saw the world in them. I thought they were a pretty good person. I thought their stream was great. I thought, oh, how exciting. Someone who's not afraid to be themselves. They go on streaming. They talk about everything. They're not afraid to embarrass themselves. They just, where it comes to mind. And who doesn't love that? I mean, if you could put that in a bag and sell it, that genuine, sort of engagement, right? Unfiltered, right? People love that. That shit sells. People love an idiot. And when I say idiot, that means somebody who is not, self-aware. It is the essence of comedy. There's so many great comedians out there. And then it just ends, like ℮𝒗. So funny. Such a funny guy. And then, it all got fucked up because he started becoming too self-analytical. And for good reason, because, he was doing some shit he probably shouldn't have been doing. So, but it's like, for entertainment, for art, that's pretty much the butter to the bread right there. It's like being able to hold that, like, sort of, being able to put yourself, like, aside and still being able to continue with the facade of self, right? So, it's weird. It's a weird catch-22 trick. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. So, yeah. Vulnerable person, we're all hanging out. I'm putting in time, I'm fitting in, I'm making friends, I'm making ends, we're all good friends, da 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 da. And then, just got to be a little more than friends. And then it got to be not so great. I was kind of veering towards walking away from that group anyways. And then I remember she just fucking messaged me one night, and I don't know. Still just getting over the loss of the love of my life. To cancer. Out of fucking nowhere. So short. Just, it cut everything down so quickly. And, 2022, I thought I could see my future. I thought my life was set out for me. I thought, like, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm not supposed to be here. That's supposed to be on the west coast of Canada. I'm supposed to be on the west coast of the United States. I'm supposed to be living in California, Long Beach, with my partner. But you make plans, and God loves to just laugh in your face. And laugh and laugh and laugh. No, it's not that harsh. It's so dramatic. It's such an over-dramatization. But it's, there's so much magic there between her and I. Yeah. I'm still so feel so conflicted. Anyways, let's get our gambling game up. Where's my glasses? Where's my glasses? Gambling game helps us to take our eyes off the sun, so we don't just go blind. But you're trying to describe the way it shines. I just can't quite get it. Keep trying to look back at it. So, what were we, my partner? Oof. Alright, so, where are we? Huh. I can't hear anything in my wine cellar, but the sound of my empty bottles, my French mates swearing at me. Damn. It's, that is quite a problem. When the French maid starts swearing at you, you know you have issues, for sure. You're definitely in over your head. Anyways. My Nanette. Yeah, so. Yeah, 2023, after everything else fell apart, 2023, that was the last thread for me. The last thread. So, yeah, it was weird. It was weird. It was like all of a sudden, overnight, everything I worked towards, everything that I aspired towards, it just was all there. There was suddenly a way. Suddenly a clear cut path of purpose, hope, future, something to live for, something to strive towards, something to dream for. I had my partner, and she where's my water? So many goddamn emotions. Jesus Christ. But that's what it was. That's what it was. 2023, 2024, up until about start of 2025. It was just a little over 2 years of every single day just crying my eyes out for this person. After immersing myself in years of the healthy habit of saying, this is my partner, this is it, this is all there's going to be, we are going to live forever. Because, you know, if you don't know, in most instances where you find a person that really clicks with you, and you spend years together, right? Statistically, I don't know exactly what the threshold is, but for long-term couples, statistically, when it happened with my grandparents, where is sorry, I'm trying to find this thing I dropped. Statistically, if you're with somebody long term and one of you dies, not always, not even in all the relationships you would expect to happen. Like when Craig died, our friend Connie lived like, goddamn, she lived like almost another 20 years without him. And we were all very sad when Craig died. I barely remember him. It's been so long. So, but yeah, if you're with somebody long term, chances are when they die or you die, they're gonna die like within a year. So that was it. Life was written in stone. We're thick as thieves, friends to the end. My Nanette and I. So, and with us, with her, with Nanette, we would argue. People argue all the time. People argue about all sorts of shit. Not every argument is personal or irrational or for the sake of just taking a chunk out of each other. All sorts of different reasons people argue, and not every argument is unhealthy. Especially, like I said, there's problems in the world that'll never have a resolution because there's validity to both sides, and neither side can gain an advantage. They can't gain a foothold. I'm missing one of these fucking blinkers. What am I missing? Which one? Oh, that one. Okay. Sorry, I've been looking for this thing here. I'm down on my knees, digging through. I dropped one of my blinkers. I can't find it. And I couldn't have asked for a more perfect person to fall in love with. And I had already resigned myself to, objectively, logically, statistically, 80% of relationships, and you can lie with statistics, like statistics don't mean shit, but 80% of relationships will fail. It's just the staggering long and short of it is that no matter how much you want something to work with someone, no matter how good your intentions are, no matter how good you are, sometimes most situations, domestically, relationship-wise, speaking, they don't last. Most of them fail. And that's okay. I mean, how many people you know versus how many people you're friends with, right? So that's to be expected. So, if you find somebody that you can tolerate long enough to die with them, you're pretty lucky. I mean, and I'm not saying that it's all luck. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's by intent, sometimes it is, more than luck. I'm just using luck as, the laziest way of describing it. And you're blessed, you're grateful. If this person is with Sky, if this person is with you. because the other thing to know about life is it's important to have a partner. And partners come in many forms. But no matter where you go in this world, in order to get to where you're going, you don't really get anywhere without somebody else. And that doesn't mean no man is an island. I don't think so at all. I think it's still very much be an island. I think anybody can be an island. Even if you're an island of irrelevancy. But the most successful, I don't know if there's any exceptions to the rule that I can really think of, but the most successful people in the world all have partners. They have people who helped get them there. And so there's importance in having a partner, for sure. If you want to get somewhere, I don't care where I'm going. So why did I divvy down this road of rumination, of remembrance? Well, you see, so after crying for every day for a little over 2 years, poor Mr. Phil, so sad. I still haven't found this blinker. This is driving me crazy. I gotta find this blinker. This thing's a fire hazard. I met this person, and I wasn't sure if I was. I'm more of a monogamous person to begin with. I like knowing where I sit, where things are going, where things are going to be. It's not that I'm looking for any sort of control, but if there was control to be had, then we control what you can, right? And you don't sweat what you can't. And I think that's a very simple way of being successful in life. Is everything you can prepare for, you prepare to the best of your ability, 100%. And so, when I think of what the fuck is that spam? Why is that sitting there? Oh God. Don't ask me. You guys don't want to know. No, it's fine. It's not that bad. Something about being prepared. You can take it as it comes. So yeah, so she, this crazy person that I've been. Hey, they're gonna call me names. I'm gonna start calling them crazy person. They want to call me stalker. I'm gonna call me crazy, lying stalker, and I'll tell you all the ways they did it. And I don't need to take a bunch of text messages out of context to win people over on this regard. I'm not looking to win people over. You pick whatever fucking side you want. I'm just stating the facts as plainly as I can, as unbiasedly as I can. But the fact of the matter is this person did me wrong. So they reach out to me and say, hey, can you keep a secret? Hey, the secret is, look at my tits. Yes, I can keep a secret. Unless the secret is that you're a whole person who just fucking railroads everybody who doesn't get on board with you. So, that's why it's not a secret anymore. You don't just do whatever the fuck you want because, you can. And you certainly don't try and rope people into your weird, logic traps of saying, oh, well, they made it, they promised to keep it a secret, so now, that's forever. glad we trapped them in that. No. So, things got hot, things got heavy, things got spicy, things got, I wanted more. I don't want to just have, casual encounters with people. So like, okay, well that's fun, but don't really want that. I want something more exclusive. I don't want to. And so yeah, they agreed to give it a shot, and everything was going pretty well. Okay, give me 2 seconds here to find this blinker. Because like I said, this thing's a fucking fire hazard. Where the fuck did this go? It's blue tip. It should be very easy to see. Oh my god. I must have rolled under something. Where's my flashlight here? Like this. So like so yeah, things seem to be progressing well. Then out of nowhere, and we were, finding our stride, finding all the little things we like about each other. It's really cute, really, above board. It was right on track with, everything a relationship should be. And, getting to know each other. And then, of course, the ugly narcissistic mask drops. The part that I don't think she's trying to hide it. I don't think she's capable of hiding it. I don't think she's capable of controlling it. I think she has a lot of anger issues. Hey, and I'm not saying that people don't have things they need to address in themselves, in their life. Nobody's perfect. But if you have anger issues, you gotta fucking take care of that shit. So, we're talking, and I think it's maybe a fear of intimacy. And the reason I think it's narcissism with her is because we had a private conversation about some traumatic shit that happened in our pasts. And then, about 5 minutes after that conversation, she just flipped out on me out of nowhere. And it wasn't over anything. It's like she just wanted to get away from it. It was just too much to be around somebody. And I don't know if it was the truth or if it was a lie. Because like I said, she changes stories all the time. The events. And it's like, if you're going to share your life, your friendship with your streamers friends, because those are her only friends, like people she knows on stream. Wouldn't you rather just be honest with them? What's the point in lying? And she's been pretty good at coming clean about some things, pretty much about everything up to this point now, which is nice. That's progressed, and not even for me, for her. I mean, it's better for all of us if we can be as honest as possible about everything all the time. I mean, that's maturity, right? And after 6 months of her tap dancing around this lie of me being a stalker, being somebody I wasn't, she finally came clean like last month and said, hell yeah, I showed him my tits, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's true, there isn't. Never been there. And that was never the problem. The problem was that on that time, when she flipped that on me, she said, don't talk to me for a week. I took that literally. Why am I going to push back? somebody sets a boundary up, gives a reasonable time frame to get back to them, I say, sure. You need your space, I respect that. A week goes by. I message them. Because I thought I had hit a nerve. I thought maybe I'd crossed the line. Maybe I said something wrong. And I really didn't. I told them to shut up. I didn't even tell them. I said, shut the fuck up. As a joke. As you do. Man, shut the fuck up. You know? And in our previous conversations, she's like, you told me to hush, and I thought that was hot. But apparently, saying, shut the fuck up, it's not the same as saying hush. I guess it's just not. I don't know. I don't understand her weird fetishes. Okay. Not fetish shaming. I'm just saying it's weird because I don't understand. I'm saying it's like there's something that unlocks in her that I just don't understand, right? When somebody tells her to hush or says, hey, can you grab this for me? She likes being bossed around. It's weird. Okay, that's not weird. It's just I don't. So, anyways. So I told her, she's like, why didn't you talk to me for a week? I'm like, well, you told me not to talk to you for a week. She's like, I don't remember that. So that's where I started wanting to walk away from all this. I'm like, you don't remember that? You don't remember, like, throwing a tantrum and having a fit and, like, running me through the ringer? Because how could you say shut the fuck up instead of shut up? And that's why I think, like I said, like, it's an issue with intimacy. Is because she found this little thing to blow up over. And she does that. And then she'd take off. And it became this pattern. And I gave her a space. But then I had to walk away. Because I'm like, how are you going to ask somebody for a week away? And then you're going to tell them, I don't even remember telling you that. Say what you mean. You know, say, be consistent. Don't just, if you need time, you need time. Don't forget about it. You're going to ask for time, especially like a week. You gotta remember that. So again, crazy person. She really doesn't have any consideration for anyone's time, effort, any value for anything whatsoever, really, because, like I said, she's never worked really much. Well, no, that's not true. Because she'll tell you, I bought my first car, and I bought this, and I bought that. But, getting an allowance because you show up for 40 hours a week and getting to spend it on whatever you want. Working. I was never allowed to spend a dime on anything I made on anything when I was working as a kid. Since I was fucking 10. So, I mean, being able to buy yourself a car, again, it's not, yeah, you worked for it, but you kind of worked for it while, other people were paying your rent, your food, and all this shit. So you're just being selfish. And so what am I rambling about here? Time, money, value. She's like, I don't value these things. But it's like also, you grow up poor. In order to value them, you have to experience them. I mean, comfort isn't something you say, oh, I don't value that. Comfort. Who needs to be comfortable? Who needs a nice, cozy bed? Who needs coat? In the middle of winter? What would I need that? So, yeah. Where was I going with this? Anyway, she thinks she's all these things that she just hasn't had the opportunity to experience being. And she's not fair. She's not a fair person. She's not even an effectual person, let alone an efficient person. Like I said, her kids are out of control. Her, like, the 8 years old? Her 8-year-old's like smashing things, running up behind her, pulling her hair out, like just being a fucking brat. I don't have a solution for it. I mean, there's solutions for sure, but I'm not a parent. So it's like, I'm definitely not saying beat kids. You never beat kids. But, I mean, if your kid runs up behind you and assaults you like a coward and acts like a brat and, you know, doesn't really understand their place as being a subordinate to you as a child because they're in your care, they're in your guardianship. I don't know. I mean, there's so many ways you can look at it. The way she looks at it is, well, at least my kids are comfortable enough to be themselves. Yeah. Some people are comfortable enough to fart in church as well. I mean, is that really a sign of, like, pride, really? Something to take pride in? Okay. Which again, brings back to calling her crazy. Because again, whatever way she can bend the world that puts her in the best light, suits her. Why am I rambling about this? What do I hope to gain out of this? Nothing, I'm just bitter. I'm just bitter she didn't cut to the chase fucking year earlier. Just say, yeah, you know, kind of slutty. I just want to see all the dicks I can, and just didn't really feel anything when I saw your dick. I don't know. Like, don't leave me on for fucking a year, and then just at the end of the day, because we had a great day, spent that whole day together, January 13th, right? And you know, doing what she wanted to do. And at the end of the day, she said, yeah, so I think this is going to be our last day hanging out together. I want to go and do some other things, and I expected you to respect my space. What a slap in the fucking face that was. Just out of nowhere. Out of fucking nowhere. Why do you even waste my day? But that's the kind of person she is. It's not about anybody else but her. And it's the kind of shit she pulled before. So we've been on and off, in and out. I should never have talked to her again after she started telling people all these lies about me, but I was like, well, you know, maybe she did that because of this, that. I can find, you know, excuses to excuse people's behaviors and, you know, forgive them and shit. So I do. It's easier. It's easier to just get along. For the most part. Right? It's easier not to make a fuss about things. For the most part. So, that's what we do as people. Anyways, after she flipped out of me, I tried to get out of that. I tried to look to some people for advice, fuck things up even more, never looked to anybody for advice. I think that's the main thing I've learned out of all this. You can go to others to pick their brain, but nobody can choose your path but you. Nobody can navigate your ego or speak the words that you're going to choose but you. So you have to make the decision yourself. And you have to visualize the steps of that decision, and you have to follow through, right? And so that's why I say Asking others complicate things. I got Toto telling me, get the fuck away from her. And, he's not wrong. I got Elise telling me, yeah, probably not gonna work. But Elise also wanted to I'd also been through, similar situation, and I'd been through similar shit too, and I knew better, and I was right. I was right, as I was about a lot of things in all of this. And so what ended up happening was we ended up getting back together, because I was right. Not because I told her I was right, just because we both realized, and it took her a minute to come around and realize that I was right. And so we continued down the road. Got back together. Didn't tell nobody. Because I wasn't there to be friends with everybody. I was there to try and give a relationship with a shot with a person that I thought was worth it. Above everybody else that was involved in all of that. Because believe me, we scorched the earth. I'm never going back to those circles of people ever again. I can't. I can. But it would require her being, coming clean and being honest with people about, what actually went on. And with herself, and get her own head out of her ass and stop playing victim about everything and start taking accountability for some, things here and there. So, the story goes on and on and on and on and on. Long and short of it is, she does a bunch of embarrassing shit. She's not a straight shooter. She's not used to having integrity or honesty about difficult things in life. She can be honest about easy things. She can be honest about being a victim. She just can't be honest about things that she does or encourages upon other people. When she was putting me through my courses, I reached out to her and I said, look, you're making me feel like shit right now. You're doing, you're being this way. I don't want to talk about it because I'm not happy with how you're treating me. So it's negligent. You're being negligent. What was that over? I don't know. And then you're expecting all this support, but you don't want to give any support yourself for the things you're asking for support over. Example. She would come to me and say, oh, Vampy's playing with Jer again, and you're playing without me, and why? What does it mean when your friends play games and they don't invite you? It's like, well, I don't fucking know. You can ask them, you can take control of the situation, or you can just be insular and just not bother with them. Asking me isn't going to fix whatever's going on between you three guys. And she's like, I have needs. I have sexual needs. And just that's all it ever was with her. Just fucking all these urges and impulses that she couldn't control or get a fucking grip on, so she has to burden everybody else with them. And it was a burden. It was a fucking burden. I mean, who wants to sit there gooning for 6 hours with some fucking adult child? Because that's what they are. If you look for attention from others and you need that sort of validation, you're a dog. You're essentially a child. You're essentially waiting for your master to come home and give you directions on how to exist. You're codependent. Again, I think I have codependency issues myself. I just sometimes depend on having others around in order to figure out who I'm supposed to be in that situation. Who am I in this dynamic? And it's not that I change who I am. I don't know. I used to roll with a pretty crazy crowd. I have to tone it down for the civilians, but I don't really want to be that person. I don't want to be two people, you know what I mean? So I just try to keep it clean, try to keep it aligned, you know. Every once in a while, you know, old habits slip out. You know, you might drop the retard bomb every once in a while. Say that word. Everybody does that, right? But for the most part, you just try to be a better, more consistent person all around. And try to be true to yourself and your sense of self, and your sense of what's right. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. You said feeling yourself and you know, playing the field. But she was doing a lot more than that. And then she's trying to cast shade on me. She's trying to tell people I'm a fucking pervert. She's trying to say all this shit about me. I'm not going to go into what she said. It's not about... I'm not going to go into all the pervert shit that she said. I'm really not. I'm really not. They've got a dirty mind that can sort of like, you know, play off things. Whoa, hey, whoa, found some pretzels. Go. And, yeah, you know, I can make dirty jokes here and there, but I'm not like. I used to roll on these forums, and these forums I used to post in, and I still do occasionally go there. I don't really post there anymore. They had, you know, different types of people there. All sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life. So there's one, you know, particular sort of person. They weren't bad people. I mean, some of them were my friends. But there's, you know, people out there, and you give them, you know, all the days in the world, and they're just going to spend every single one of those days hoarding and posting, you know, sexual pictures. Some people are just gooner-brained. And I never wanted to be one of those people. I don't want to just, you know, sit around the house all day looking at, you know. Not even sitting around the house. I don't want to spend my entire life window shopping, looking at, you know, people I never really see myself being with, and fetishizing, you know, and objectifying people for, you know, just, I don't know, it's just like, do you go to the animal shelter and say, I need this dog with this, you know, specifically like curly tail, otherwise I'm just not gonna get a dog? No. I think if you limit yourself with like that sort of objectification, you're really cutting yourself off from the experience of I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, sex for me is just that's all it is. It's that urge. You just purge it and then you move on. I don't really revel in it. I'm not a person who's like, ooh, it's so good, I can just fucking do this all day. It's just, I'd rather do a bunch of drugs. It's the same shit. It's just, you know, different type of ecstasy. Well, I found all these pills down here. Fuck. Anyways, she was very gooner-coded. It wasn't the first time she'd engaged in behavior like this, and just... And she's, like, struggling with, like, this idea of, like, I have to be this fake facade for my kids. They have to see this image of who I want them to see. I can't just be myself or a real person or give them realistic expectations or objective, logical values in this world. And, you know, everything's got to be like allegories and symbolism, and they can't just know that their father's a deadbeat piece of shit who struggles with like doing the right thing because he's selfish. Instead of, you know, pulling that band-aid off for her kids and doing a favor. But I guess most parents do that. I think most families, you know, shelter the kids and like, because ignorance is bliss, right? You have to take care of it. And you know, you only get one dad, you only get one mom, so I get it, you know, to a degree. But my dad always, you know, ensured that if we were going to address our mom, we treated her with respect. We didn't call her from across the house, and we didn't say her or she. We said we addressed them by their proper title, and you know, maybe that just didn't come with the territory with her mom, because her mom was too busy trying to get her rocks off. Alright, Mr. Durun, thanks for hanging out. Sorry, I missed your chats. I just noticed you messaged. Off to work, comment at each other. Hope work goes well, friendo. Oh, hey, Rangrid, I just saw your message. Sorry, it's like midnight. I'm just rambling myself. I think I'll play Fall Guys, I guess. I gotta find this blinker first, though. It's really stressing me out. What the fuck? Are all these pills falling out of his bag like some fucking loot goblin and fucking golden axe? What the fuck? Where are all these ibuprofens coming from? No, wait, these are ibuprofen. Oh, they are coming in his bag. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, she's not wrong. She's not wrong that I was toxic in my reaction. But I think most people would be too in situations. Like if you found out somebody's lying to you about everybody, or sorry, lying about you to everybody, I think you'd probably like, I don't know, want to do something about it too. So. And her stupid idiot friends still think I'm the problem. And it's funny, she must have been stringing me up for like the entire time we were spending our days together, because, you know, apparently people knew that we were still kind of together. I don't know to what degree though, right? And I'm sure their opinions of me weren't that high to begin with after the fallout from previous, so it's like, I can only imagine the conversations she was having with him. She was like, yeah, I'm giving him a second chance. I don't know why. He's probably a piece of shit. You know, those kind of conversations that people have when they're trying to save face among their peers, and they can just admit that, yeah, you know, I just need somebody to acknowledge my pussy exists, or where what the fuck it was we shared. I don't even know anymore. It was a mindfuck. It's crass. It's crude. Anyways, the point to all this was, I was right, she's wrong. I'm right about everything. I'm fucking perfect. How could I not be? I was wrong to ever doubt myself about any of this. You're never wrong to cry over somebody you miss, care about. You're never wrong for wanting to be close to somebody that you can't get enough of. And it was a one-way street the entire time. And I think that's the conclusion I just need to settle with. But what makes me really happy about this is that she admits she's Polish. Okay, no, that's a huge stereotype. But yeah, I mean, every Polish guy I've known, every Bulgarian person I've known, every Eastern Blocker I've known. I mean, the Polish women have a reputation. That's all I'm going to say. And if you're a Polish woman, please don't be offended by that. And you can be offended by it. You should be offended by it. I'm not saying that's all Polish women, but there is a stereotype. Moving on. The other thing I'm really happy about being right about was she finally came clean and said, yeah, I went to Germany to get the fucking pipes cleaned. I dropped $1,800 on a plane ticket to go to another country to fuck somebody who doesn't understand. To fuck somebody, and we don't ever have to talk with each other and understand each other. Because all we need to understand is right here in our pants. So I mean, I'm happy for her that she did that, but I'm still pissed off at the cost of everything. So she kicked me to the curb so she could go fuck a DoorDash driver and then go bang this guy she's been fetishizing over for 5 years. But you tell me that's not cheating. That's cheating, right? That's cheating. Because I'll tell you what cheating is. Cheating begins when you get emotionally attached to somebody. And you can see yourself falling for them. And don't pull back. That's cheating. Like if you are flirtatious and you're feeling a certain way and then you start, engaging flirtatiously and then escalating that's cheating right there. It's not about, oh, he finally got his dick in me, so he's finally cheating. Or vice versa. I finally got my dick in her, so I finally cheated. No, it happens before that. Just because you punch somebody in the face doesn't mean that you're angry at the moment you punch them in the face. There's a build-up. There's a build-up to a lot of things. If you see where the ball starts rolling, you can stop the ball from rolling. Anyways, at the end of the day, she big gooner-brained hoe. She left her husband to, I don't even know. It's a long story. But she's known this guy for a while. And I can only imagine she's working on the courage to finally do this. And then she's going around calling everybody incel like it's an insult, but she's not using it properly. She just uses it to denigrate people who upset her, I guess. And I think I heard her use the word rumination, but then she didn't use that properly, right? It's like defecation and some. Anyway, she's a crazy person. And what does that make me for still lingering on this and rambling about it and not letting it go? But at the same time, if I was a crazy person, would I be open to the possibility of being a crazy person, right? I think there's varying degrees, varying levels of crazy and varying types. And when I talk to her about it, because she hates being called crazy. She does. She really does. And, it's understandable to hate being insulted, but I wasn't saying it was insulting or derogatory way. And I understand the balance there. I understand, if somebody doesn't want to be called something, I don't call them that. I drop it. I don't push it. But I also, try to explain, hey, there's often a saying that with every bit of genius comes a tinge of madness, at least. So, it calls me crazy. Like I said, it's not an insult. It's only insulting if you are an inconsiderate crazy person. You're like, you can't call me word. Why you call me word? I don't talk to you no more. And that was our relationship dynamic for 6 months. 6 months of hell. I took pity on this person. I said, she's got kids, her husband's a deadbeat, he's leaving her, she seems like such a victim. Man, I got catfished. I got catfished hard. Because that's what that's who she is to everybody. I wish I could find where God damn, I can't even remember his name anymore. ℮𝒶𝓁 74. I wish I could find out where he went. Because she had something going on with him. She's sending all these paintings. She's getting fucking rock tumblers off him. She's telling me up and down, swearing up and down. I did not send him anything sexual. And then he just falls off the face of the earth like a month later. So either he didn't exist, he's not a real person. He did exist, he lost interest. There was something, maybe there wasn't something. But it seemed like there was something. I don't know. It's hard to say. Because then the other thing she does is she ropes people into her Discord, and then she has this like controlled situation going on in her Discord server where the real dirt happens. And she's got like, if you look at her Discord, she's got like fucking 60 different group chats open with all these different groups of people. Like I said, different person, different people. Talking about nothing all the time. And when I say talking about nothing, she's literally talking about nothing. Because she retains and remembers almost nothing about anybody. But then she knows everybody's sleeping schedules. Oh, you're going to sleep this time? Oh, you're waking up this time? Or, you know. And it's understandable if you remember things, but she doesn't remember anything. And she lies all the time. So then I'm left to assume that she's probably having these kinds of interactions with all sorts of guys, because she's also admitted that she's the kind of person who can't be left alone. Anyways, I kind of knew it was going to come to where it went to. I just didn't think she'd be so shitty about it. I just didn't think she'd be like, yeah, so, that was a really great day of gaming with you, but I need you to not game with me anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? And if you call me a monster, then I'm gonna flip out and I'm just gonna tell everybody you're a stalker and we can't be friends anymore. And that's where she left me. And then she came back and asked for a bunch more stuff. And I told her to go fuck herself. And in about 3 months' time, this account will... I gave her so much. I gave her so fucking much. Generously, too. Like, how fucking selfish and childish you gotta be like, I don't want to see your face. I don't want any other people I know to see your face. I'm not wishing ill on others. I hope her children absolutely get the same treatment that she gives to everybody else. That's not wishing ill. That's just saying, you know, ℮𝒁𝓻𝓲. And, you know, whether or not they're deserving that, I don't know. I don't know what they're enduring with her. I wish. It's like, what can I wish that's worse than what she's putting herself through, right? And I don't know. She'd get offended if she heard me say that. She'd get mad. Oh, what, you're ill upon my kids? It's like, no matter what I wish. It's like, are you wishing good upon them? Are your intentions good? You think going over to Germany, spending $3,000 to go to Germany for dinner, you think that was really worth it? You know, instead of throwing your son a proper birthday party or preparing for next Christmas so you're not in a financial gun, or buying a fucking toolbox for your house, or just a whole laundry list of things you could have done with that money. Vacuous, ignorant slut pig. Yep, that's all I'm going to say about it. Well, you don't tell me what to do with my money. You don't know what you're doing. Money or otherwise. I'll tell you what I want. Because, you know, one time she bitched to me about her financial situation. And I only use the term bitching because when I helped her, she took the money and turned around and just bought video games for her friends. And then she snaps back at me. She says, well, you gave me that money. That's my money. You don't tell me to do my money. Well, listen, Miss Alligator Tears. You don't get to cry about being stuck in the well, only to be let out of the well, so you can go run back into the well. And that's just, you know, an Aesop's fable. That's what most children know. And like the whole situation is so far gone, so much of a mess now that, yeah, I don't think we can trust. I just, okay, it's so dramatic when people say, I don't think we can trust each other. Because you absolutely can. Trust, it doesn't exist. I mean, even when you betray somebody. I mean, before and after that, you know, instance, quantify me and show me exactly where the trust is that was lost. Trust doesn't exist. There's no such thing as truth. But there's such things as nerves, anxiety, and the worry about, you know, repercussions, equal and opposite reactions, right? So I think where we're standing at, after all has been said and done, it's not that I'm not willing to trust her. And it's not that she can't trust me. It's just that there's so much, like I said, just constant distrust with me. And I don't care if she lies. But if you get caught in a lie, you have to be honorable enough to admit it. No. But I guess that's the catch-22 of that. So, the relationship isn't over because I'm an obsessive stalker who Oh man, I'm such a horrible person for spending all the time with you and getting to know you. Jeez, wow. And she just calls me those things because, like I said, she has memory issues, so it's like she doesn't really remember and consider a lot of things going on with her. The day to day around her, she's really still, I don't know, as most kids are. That's why people get stuck with like conspiracy theory thinking the government's out there trying to kill them all the time. And I can assure you that the current reigning government isn't trying to kill you. They don't need to kill you. They have all the money. All they need to do is wait like 3 generations for all of you to disappear. It's not even about actively killing people at this point. And as for all the freedom fighters out there who say, I ain't giving up my weapons. We gotta fight the government if it gets tyrannical. You know, the only thing I have to say to those fucking idiots is, how good are you shooting skeets? Because that's what you're going to be doing. You think the soldiers are going to come for you? No, it's going to be a drone strike. You're going to defend your property from an onslaught of drones? Foolish, unlikely. Just talking nonsense at this point. You're living, you're dreaming. Tell him he's dreaming. You know, and that's why I have a really hard time engaging with Mr. Doolin when he goes on about Building 7, about Jab, and anybody who ever, like, begins a sentence with, well, you know what they say, without ever acknowledging the fact that they never know who they are. Right? It's they, it's the mysterious hand. You haven't seen hand. Oh no, the shadows? Who specifically? Nobody specifically? Well then don't pay it any mind. You know who's really making a profit out of the scandemic? Every fucking person who tried to coin the term scandemic and then followed up with a bunch of evidence added up to nothing. And you really do think the government's so evil that they have to go out and poison everybody in order to, maintain control. Bro, you don't even want to get up in the morning and go to a liquor store and give yourself a beer, and you do that, you drink that shit every day. I'm not saying anyone in particular, what I'm saying is that as people, we're often stuck in the ruts of our habits and our impulses, So impulsively, yeah, you want to do the right thing, you want to be a good person, but because you're powerless and you like controlling your own life, you're living in this delusional fantasy in order to try and paint yourself up as to why you're so ineffectual and powerless. That's all that is. It's no jab, it's just a bunch of people who can't admit that at the end of the day, we just don't have the answers. And they can't save us. And that's fine. I don't believe in the Meister. But what I do know is that I have multiple friends and family who did die from COVID. So, jab or no jab, it offends me when people tell me there was no COVID. especially offends me because I've been literally accosted over telling people what stupid fucking idiots they were of having such skepticism or just, you know, man. All Alex Jones has to do is say, here's the ball, and his idiots just run with it. And that's the meta he set up, that's the template he set up when it comes to, like, you know, fake news, InfoWars, conspiracies. I've noticed in my alternative YouTube news that's just nonsense of circular logic, while I continually insist that there is a God and continually further entrench myself in magical thinking and, you know, powerlessness and giving all my power away, just never changing anything in my life because it's not my life, it's God's life, and I hate that. I hate that so much. And the only people worse than that are the people who talk about their life like they're dead. Well, you know, I used to be listening back in the day. What are you doing right now? What's so interesting about what you're doing right now? I don't talk about back in the day. I'm never going to know you from back in the day. Glory days. Rose-tinted glasses. Talking about nothing. What people are really good for. It's being ungrateful for what they have perpetually. It's no wonder everybody thinks you need to be grateful. It's like they're just affirming it for themselves. So where's that fucking blinker at, man? Because I got all the chargers. I don't see the blinker there. Ah, fuck it. Let's tie him up for this thing. Everything's good. It's one little stick. It's like the size of a pen. And I don't know what the fuck it went. Literally. No. Hey, look for this. Okay, that's a blinker. What is that? That's not it. Actually, I should probably check that. Like, it can't be far. It's gotta be narrowed down to like places I haven't checked yet. And there's not that many places I haven't checked yet. Really only like maybe a handful of places it could be at most. It's not really giving it a third degree because I've never lost this thing before. Usually it's found within seconds, if not minutes. And yet I cannot find my breaker. Where are you? So, oh man, got those fucking hiker's toes going on. The nails are gonna fall off. Yeah, I'm doing a lot more walking lately, so my toenails are certainly black. Not good luck.
I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean some serious hunkers. A real setup of donkers. Packing some Ⅎ𝓀𝓲𝓻𝓲𝓽𝓬𝓱𝔂. Massive Ⅎ𝓀𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓻𝓲𝓲𝓲. Big ol' Ⅎ𝓀𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲. What happens next? Transfer student shows up one day with even bigger Ⅎ𝓀𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲𝓲. Humongous hungalangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangangan
no longer gongas. That's fun. It's funny how like you watch a bunch of streamers and they all funnel into the same raid. Okay, who are we looking for here? Who are we supposed to be looking for?
I'm enjoying the chat. I'm gonna talk to some sane people. Stop talking to myself about this crazy person that's driving me crazy. Just sucks. Why are people gotta be so childish and deceitful? It's foolish. Wake up! Hi guys! Yeah, I'm trying to find this blinker. I can't hear you right now. I'm wearing a towel. Yes, speak up. No, I'm trying to find my blinker. Oh, I didn't respond till like 30 minutes later anyway. I'm kind of in my own world right now. I woke up and just... Yeah, you're good. I just wanted to let you know I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to find this blinker. Get good. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. I wish. I wish. Isn't that nice? I gotta find my blinker. I can't do this right now. Hey, Dragon. Not right now. I gotta find my blinker. I want to. I gotta find it's a fire hazard. No, I have to find my blinker because it's a fire hazard. It's... Just let the house burn down and play Fall Guys. Yeah, it was important. I gotta find this thing. All right, dropping things. And then later today, we have to reconvene and continue discussing the objectivist movement that started by like Alan Greenspan and Ayn Rand. So you guys down for that? What were they doing in that room? Oh, I don't know. Well, like Alan Greenspan, right? Wasn't he like was he was the treasurer for a period, right? He was a big economist. It's just making conspiracy theory jokes. But apparently he used to convene with Ayn Rand and these people who called themselves, I think, the objectivist movement. And I don't know if it was like a cacophony society thing or if they were actually like Because, I mean, depending on who you ask, there's varying degrees on how serious they were about all this. Like a art collective, sort of. Not necessarily a cult, but like a higher people's club, sort of like an Illuminati sort of circle, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, like a cult, but without like engaging with the followers directly. Yeah. Well, most things humans do are cults. Or you have to be more Pacific. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you really? Fuck. Sorry to hear that. I'm pretty sure you said you did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I did mishear it, though. Yeah, I'm part of the PC master race. Please don't ever call me a console pleb. Thank you. Racist. PC master race. It's the PC master race. It's the PC master race. Like, it's not my fault. My generation came up with that as the term. And they picked the improper nomenclature. Okay. I'm just using what's provided. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm just saying I did not identify them as a race per se. Cooldown? Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Hudsy. Oh yeah, you're nothing. Yeah, so did I at one point, until they weren't being friendly anymore. She is. They do that. Makes sense. Yeah, it's not cynical to think that either, Colin. No. I like it. Stimming. I'm still stimming. This is bullshit. I've got 2 of 3 blinkers. I can't find the third one. But guys, what about Building 7? Building 7, Mr. Duran. We've been talking. Building 7. It needs to be known. Oh, I'm just rambling inanity. I'm spamming. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I got stuck in a relationship like that before, Hansi. If somebody's asking you to make promises and then they've got nothing to offer for it, that's a fucking trap. That's all that is. Yeah, but somebody saying be my friend forever and never leave me and just put up with all my shit. That's a trap. That's a fucking trap. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. I came out of that shit. You don't need that. And Hansi, when it comes to like a bird in the hand, that analogy doesn't apply to this situation. That's not a bird. That's just a piece of shit. Okay, you found it in the bush. All right, let's go look for a different bird. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like Hansi may feel like he has something special and he doesn't want to let it go, but if that's the case, it's probably not. And no matter how much you love and put your devotion to that, it's just never going to give back. If it, yeah, you'll never be equal. Well, exactly, but she needs to keep them under in order for it to work, right? It sounds like. Hey, where'd your beers come from? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I shouldn't make fun of drinking. Hello, little beer. What country did you come from? I could see him like fishing through like a whole sea of like he got his variety pack for the weekend. It's a fun little game. A dragon last. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. I just unlikely translate. Let's see. Let people finish speaking. Dude, I don't understand the Americans when you butt in. That's what Hansi was telling Dragon. Yeah. No. Keep speaking, Hansi. It's the only way you get better at this practice. Don't let them tell you. Yeah. Like, I have no problem understanding what he's saying. It's just I have a hard time hearing him. Dragon, shut up! I don't like this! Okay, never mind. It's meta. Nobody gets it. Oh my god, man. It's just one blinker. Where the fuck did it go? No, I'm looking for my blinker in real life. It's the battery. It's battery. Right. Here, wait, is that whisper? I don't think that whispered. Invalid parameters. What the fuck do I have to make this there? It's too much. Nice. You got that deep booming voice. Let's see, lubricate them. That should be. No. Well, with that attitude. You don't. Hacks? Is that what they are? It sounds like hacks. Not me yet. I'm still looking for this battery. Well, before what? Alright, I'm gonna spend one more match looking for this, so you guys go for one more, and then if I can't find it, just join. Oh. Now, he's not from Copenhagen, I see. Because I've dealt with those people. And they keep trying to live in my hair. I found it. I'm good. Guess what? Guess what? I found it. Wait, I can't. I'm not in the. Oh, I don't want to play then. One second. One second. Somebody's muted themselves. Somebody pooping? What was that much? I heard somebody going. They were pooping. Who's this? Yeah, I'm gonna join you, Dragon. I'm hopping in now. Since Ranger doesn't want me on her team, that's fine. That is true. That is true. Am I exasperating? What is this life? Is too long. Okay, Mr. Right. No, he didn't invite me yet. He didn't send me the invite. I gotta go fucking pee, dude. The fuck? Okay, everybody. Group P. Look, I found these Reese's salted caramel cups, but I may have slept on them, so they're flat. Are they still edible? I'm gonna put them in the freezer. He's for a month. Heyo. Oh, oops. Who, me? I don't know where that guy came from. I didn't invite them. You must have. Yeah, I'll send some invites. Nobody ever joins though. Oh, nice. The Artistic Denial, 20 Stream Street. Good job. I'm a little late on that. Wait, we're up against Chrissy and Hansi. There's no way we can win this dragon. Why are we even playing? We're in the B bracket, Dragon. They're making us cannon fodder. We're only feeding them. Don't listen. We're at the bottom of the pyramid, Dragon. We're not gonna take this shit. What's going on? Ooh. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Oh, did I not ready? Sorry, I'm changing my stream titles and stuff. Thanks. I thought it meant toilet destroyer. Ⅎ𝓯𝓊. Valkyrie. I'm turning you down. I should turn this down, guys. You wouldn't shut up. Dude. I'm sorry, I'm not focused right now, so I gotta switch all my stream shit over. I'm fucked right now. I'm not in it at all. I'm not gonna finish. I'm still at the start. I fell off that starting fan like 6 times. She turned you back up, and then all chat heard was you say that in German. Oh, hi. We're behaving. Yeah, I didn't make it. Did we qualify? How did we qualify? I didn't even fucking come close to finishing. I'm switching my shit over right now. Don't tell her she's trying to snipe us. They're gonna try to take us down. I can't trust them. Can't even say the names. That's because in my heart I was. Down with the infidels! Well, you know, Allah is synonymous with Jesus, so that's probably why. They're like the same person practically. It's not gonna piss anyone off. Nope, bottom left. One piece, corner. One piece. 3, and then whoop, like this, like that. Okay. Says uh-oh, did they give up on us? What are they doing? Why are they sandbagging us, Dragon? What did we do? Wait, let's see. Because I think they're letting us in our left, Dragon. Oof. Yeah, they're sandbagging us, it's fine. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I was changing the title over. Yeah, I'm feeling like 6 different things at once. Where'd the ranger go? Why can't I hear anything? Yeah, but you have to, if you're not constantly talking, I mean, how am I supposed to? Oh. What you drinking? No, I missed it. I'm still trying to switch all my stuff over. Sorry. Wait, y'all make jokes on that stream? Jokes? You like jokes? You like laughing? That's weird. Yeah, and? Not really. Wow, the fact that you had to say not really, must be worse than I thought. My face is real. I assure you, my face is real. Yeah, it's not a joke. Thank you. What? Leave him. Well, first of all, do you want like a Coke Sprite, a Coke Orange? What kind of Coke are we talking about here? Thanks. Can I get one of them Jarritos? They're so good. Yes, lime is my favorite. Ah! Yeah, there's not enough lime soda. I can't find Lime Crush anymore. No, I've never actually tried the Jarritos cola flavor though. I don't even think I've tried Mexican Coke. Jarritos. I like saying it my way. Next you're gonna tell me it's pronounced Chihuahua, but I know it's pronounced Chihuahua. Nice try, Famale. You're trying to deceive me. No! Get out! Goose is loose! Get out! Oh no! I was trying to save Chrissy and I got distracted. I was like, Chrissy, wake up! There's a giant octopus. But how many times have they been, like, is it just the once, or has it been rebroken a few times? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, the hands! How many times have you broken your hands? How many times have you broken your hands? You always say your hands are broken. Can't be. That's stolen valor. You can't lie about that. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like a over time, right? It like probably deteriorates further. Yeah, you're degenerative. What? I'm respectful, but you're not old. So, how old are all the ladies in Rangrid's chat? She likes it when you ask that question. Dragon, ask how old the ladies. There's no ladies in my chat. What are you talking about? There's like 2 people in my chat. It's you and like my bot. Grab him by the fanny. Just like Trump. Should maybe work that out. We should try that move out and her works with them Russian women. That's how Trump met his wife. Just, you know, grab him by the bush. What is he asking? It's the words 5. Oh. That's what I thought he was asking. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yep.